What if the most disturbing part of this case isn't the crime itself, but the fact that someone may have agreed to it? No screams, no struggle, just a camera and a choice that should never exist. This is the Vietnamese butcher case. In the town of Ho Long, located in the northern province of Lang Son in Vietnam, several families lived near an old government building. This building housed Market Management Team Number 4, a government unit responsible for monitoring trade and preventing smuggling along the Vietnamese-Chinese border. By early 2025, the team had relocated to new facilities, but the old headquarters remained accessible to anyone who still possessed the keys. Residents living near the building began noticing a strange, foul odor emanating from it, accompanied by swarms of flies. Some residents also observed stray dogs dragging small bone fragments away from the site. Despite these disturbing observations, no report was made to the authorities at the time, and no official investigation was launched. The building remained abandoned, and the situation went officially undetected. In 2025, 3 horrifying videos surfaced on the dark web and the site Watch People Die under the title Vietnamese Butcher, depicting a murder, dismemberment of a body, and the consumption of parts of it. The first video, The Execution, shows a man lying in a bathroom, his head placed on a cutting board, masturbating. A masked person appears from behind holding a meat cleaver, severing his head with a single strike, then continues striking the face until it is completely mutilated. The filming is professional, using 2 cameras, and the body is carefully dismembered in front of the lens. The second video, The Dismemberment. It follows the separation of flesh from bones, washing of the internal organs, their cutting, and preparation as meals. The killer is shown eating the victim's flesh in front of the camera, including parts of the severed head. The third video, The Rehearsal. It shows the same victim alive, practicing placing his head on the cutting board with the masked killer guiding and calming him. They exchange deep breaths, and the victim appears completely satisfied with his fate. It was later revealed that these 3 videos were part of a larger set, 11 videos and 98 photos being sold on Telegram and the dark web at high prices, while these 3 were released for free as promotion for the rest. The victim's identity was discovered by a Vietnamese Facebook group called 𝐬𝐿 after intensive searching through Dot's accounts on forbidden sites. The victim, a Vietnamese man named Nguyen Dot, born 1989, age 36. Little is known about Dot's personality as a person because he lived a very private life and had few friends, at least in the real world. On the internet, he moved in highly extreme and illegal circles. Since around 2019, Dot has been active on Motherless, a file-sharing porn platform accessible only via VPN, catering to the most deviant and extreme tastes. On this site and other extremist forums, he used variations of the username .beheading. His posts, whether on Facebook or these specialized sites, were obsessed with beheading and cannibalism. Not for others, but for himself. In a leaked message allegedly written by Dot, he stated, "I am not only ugly, but also full of diseases. I cannot live freely like normal people. I have depended on my parents my whole life. What else can I do? I am truly a prisoner of my own fate." Tired of his life situation, he chose to withdraw from society and dedicate the rest of his life to his deepest and darkest desire. He spoke openly online about his ultimate fantasy, to be killed at the peak of ecstasy by a female executioner and then be eaten afterward, a theme not uncommon in the spaces he frequented. In a forum dedicated to Japanese manga, an arrow guru story titled Applicant for Death was translated into Vietnamese at the request of Mr. Dot Beheading. The story revolves around a man, while in bed with 2 women, having his head severed by a katana. The head continues to describe the astonishing sensation for a few seconds. He seriously tried to find someone who could fulfill his dream, slowly gathering a virtual group of deviants displaying similar abnormal psychological tendencies. However, his attempts to find a female executioner failed. Later, 𝐬𝐮ND members tracked an account on a gay forum believed to belong to Dot. In one post, he shared his mobile number. They traced this number to a Zalo account that listed Dot's birth date as March 10, 1989. Through comparison, internet users located a man with the name Dot and the mentioned birth date in a village registry in Tai Binh. When users contacted the village chief directly, he confirmed that there was a man by that name who left the village after his father's death. Dot's mother, his only living relative, reportedly suffers from mental health issues and had lost contact with her son, which is why no one came forward to identify him when the videos emerged. Meanwhile, other users reached out to the few friends listed on Dot's Facebook profile in hopes of finding a lead. One contact, using the alias 𝐿 responded. 𝐿 was also a fan of beheading fantasies. He claimed to have met Dot once, briefly, and said that Dot worked as a fish seller in Pung Koang Market in Hanoi. Most importantly, 𝐿 said he knew Dot's killer, a man both had interacted with in various forums, a man who was part of their strange online community, a man called 𝐶𝐭. According to 𝐿 and others, Dot had been in contact with 𝐶𝐭 for a long time but grew frustrated with him for not committing to a fixed execution date. Eventually, 𝐶𝐭 agreed to kill Dot at a specific time and place. As shown in a screenshot provided by 𝐿, after the execution, Dot's account sent a private message to one of his contacts saying simply, "Dot has been beheaded." After combing through Dot's Facebook history, forum posts, and correspondences, the community built a timeline. It appeared as follows. January 25, 2025. On Facebook, Dot posted a disturbing status saying simply, 3 hours left until the execution. On the same day, his various forum accounts registered their last activity. This day is generally considered the day the Vietnamese butcher was filmed and Dot's life ended. February 25, 2025. A message was sent from Dot's account to one of his contacts stating that Dot had died. It is believed that this message was actually sent by his killer, 𝐶𝐭. In the same month, videos and photos of the Vietnamese butcher were put up for sale on the black market. June 10, 2025. Dot's Facebook account posted its final status ever, saying, "From today, I will leave this account permanently." Further evidence that the perpetrator was still managing the account. After that last message, Dot's page remained active. Who was the masked man in the footage? The one they knew as 𝐶𝐭? And was Dot his first victim, or were there others? No one knows, and the videos he posted show he was a professional. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. The rise of citizen investigators online. In an era where information flows more freely than ever before, and technology empowers individuals as never before, a new type of crime solver emerged: the citizen detective, or online amateur sleuth, armed with an internet connection, a passion for true crime, and insatiable curiosity. Among the enthusiastic online investigators in Vietnam is a YouTuber locally known as 𝐾𝐸, Curious Person, active since 2017. 𝐾𝐸 has over 21,000 followers on Facebook and 87,000 subscribers on YouTube. One of his videos on the Sang Dot murder mystery garnered nearly 500,000 views on YouTube. There is also an active public Facebook group called the Investigation Group for the 𝐬𝐿 case, created in August and later renamed OSINT in Cyber Investigation Vietnam. It currently has 1,800 members. 𝐾𝐸 published the first episode of his investigation into Mr. Dot's death on YouTube in early September. Over 3 months, 8 episodes and 4 special clips were released, ranging from 10 minutes to half an hour, some available only to paid members. At the end of the series, 𝐾𝐸 concluded that the killer was someone with a high-level, clean cover, but internally a bloodthirsty demon. Identifying the victim's identity was not too difficult, as Mr. Dot was active in kink forums and his face was clearly visible in the disturbing videos and photos uploaded online. But identifying his killer took longer because the latter took great precautions to hide his identity by wearing a mask. YouTuber 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 was among the first online investigators to attempt to solve the mystery murder. Image: screenshot from 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 YouTube. Mr. Dot was identified shortly after an 88-page document, said to be a collective effort by a group of internet investigators, began spreading widely online in mid-November. Online investigators reportedly compiled a comprehensive file pointing to 𝐬𝐭 as the main suspect, using evidence such as a birthmark, a specific tattoo, and leaked chats from deviant forums he shared with his victim. They examined every detail of the crime scene, from floor tiles and window frames to wall color and dish soap markings. The viral spread of the document, including video footage containing graphic details of the alleged crime, attracted massive public attention, speculation, and outrage, prompting the authorities to officially announce a formal investigation and subsequent arrest within weeks. 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭 and 𝐬𝐮𝐸𝐵 and Cyber Investigation Vietnam are believed to be among the group of online investigators who contributed to compiling the digital investigation efforts. After intensive searching through Dot's accounts on forbidden sites, the threads were linked to 𝐬𝐭 through a 139 tattoo on the killer's arm, referring to his son's birth year, matching clothing, Adidas tracksuit, medical mask, scar above the eyebrow, matching decor of the apartment, kitchen, and bathroom with 𝐬𝐭's personal photos, a witness confession from someone who was a candidate to be the next victim but backed out and provided information, apartment location, and 𝐬𝐭's accounts. The whistleblower shared details with the executioner, indicating that this person himself had considered offering himself to be killed. Since then, he has clearly changed his mind. Instead of entering the path of the victim, he came forward to help advance the investigation, saying he wanted to bring Dot's killer to justice even if he had agreed to his fate. Most importantly, the whistleblower released the dates of his chats with the alleged killer, a man named on Facebook 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭. In those messages, 𝐶hung said that Dot's bones have already become fertilizer. 𝐬𝐭 was a secret member of the same group searching for him, commenting and threatening members, and posting threats after being exposed. He even replied with a laughing emoji when users expressed frustration over the slow progress of the investigation. But who is 𝐬𝐭? A seemingly ordinary man, married and father of two in his late 50s, living in Langsun near the Chinese border. He was a former deputy head of the market management team, responsible for inspecting suspicious goods, and also the head of the Doan family clan in Langsun City, a large clan with thousands of members. A man living a comfortable life. He held a high bureaucratic position, enjoyed significant status in his community, and had strong government connections, not only through his work, but also through his wife and son. Could he be the 𝐶hung they were looking for? Well, as it turned out, the name of 𝐬𝐭's eldest son is Tan 𝐶hung, and this son's birth date happened to be September 13th, the date matching the tattoo on the killer's upper arm. That day, 13/9. It was hard to ignore this coincidence. Likewise, the clothes his son was photographed in matched exactly the clothes worn by the masked person in the rehearsal video. People began scrutinizing 𝐬𝐭's old photos, including those on a largely abandoned second Facebook account that he had not closed in time, and started comparing them side by side. What they found was terrifying. 𝐬𝐭 had a circular birthmark on his leg that matched a visible mark on the killer's leg. A prominent birthmark on his right arm muscle and armpit area was very similar to those in the butcher's photos. The scars and marks on 𝐬𝐭's face matched those visible on the perpetrator, as did the tattoo placement. His hairline and facial structure were eerily similar. After months of piecing together digital crumbs and raising awareness, the 𝐬𝐿SINT and cyber investigation community, which by then had grown to 20,000 members, created a 106-page file detailing their findings and even translated it into English to maximize its spread. The PDF file went viral. Within days, the Facebook group exploded in size, and their evidence became so convincing that it was hard to ignore. On November 28, it was quietly announced that 𝐬𝐮 had been arrested and that the suspected crime scene had been sealed for forensic examination. According to a translated police report, they found 3 suspected human teeth under the kitchen sink, along with numerous bone fragments in the bathroom drain tank, in the kitchen drain cavity, and in the water channel behind the kitchen. Forensic analysis is still ongoing. Investigators also conducted a search of Do-won Sang's home. This resulted in the discovery and seizure of 2 jackets matching those worn by the perpetrator in the rehearsal video, as well as an electric heater matching the one visible in the execution video. They also seized a mobile phone believed to have belonged to Dot, which was being used by Sang's older sister. When questioned, she said that 𝐬𝐮 had given her the phone to use. After his arrest, 𝐬𝐮 confessed to being behind the Vietnamese butcher. In November 2025, police arrested him following public pressure and the release of a comprehensive English PDF file. In his home, human teeth, bone remains in the drains, remains in a nearby swamp, and the victim's phone, which he gave to his sister, were found. 𝐬𝐮 confessed to the crime but tried to portray it as an assisted, agreed-upon suicide. However, evidence proved he had committed similar previous crimes since at least 2022, purchased human organs from the black market, and sold content within a larger network, often Chinese, that remains active to this day. On January 25, 2025, 𝐬𝐮 summoned Dot to the Market Management Building. When Dot arrived, 𝐬𝐮 brought 2 meat cleavers to use. At around dusk, 𝐬𝐮 killed Dot exactly as shown in the videos circulating online. After killing Dot, 𝐬𝐮 used a knife to cut the victim's body into multiple sections, separating bones, flesh, and internal organs. He placed the parts in a pot and boiled them to prevent rapid decomposition and odor. Then he crushed the bones and placed the flesh and bones into about 10 plastic bags. A small part was reportedly fed to dogs. He disposed of the remains in various locations, mainly by throwing them into public trash bins. As for the 2 cleavers used as weapons, on January 27, 2025, while returning home from work, 𝐬𝐮 disposed of them by placing them in a wheelbarrow container parked on the roadside. After the incident, he continued going to work as if nothing had happened. After hearing his story, was he a victim in need of help, or someone who willingly chose his fate? If someone appears to consent on camera, does that change anything morally or legally? Or does it make the case even darker? If you want more deep investigations like this, subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, share this video, and don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss a case.